Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Today is Sunday, May 23, 2021. Al Jazeera report. Iran says IAEA access to nuclear sites images has ended. The Speaker of Iran's parliament said a 3-month monitoring deal between Tehran and the UN nuclear watchdog has expired and that its access to images from inside some Iranian nuclear sites would cease. The announcement on Sunday raised further questions about the future of indirect talks underway between the United States and Iran on reviving the 2015 Iran nuclear deal. From May 22 and with the end of the 3-month agreement, the IAEA agency will have no access to data collected by cameras inside the nuclear facilities agreed under the agreement, State TV quoted Parliament Speaker Mohammad Baqir Ghalibaf as saying.
BBC report. Mount Nyiragongo. Volcanic eruption in Dr. Congo leaves people homeless. Mount Nyiragongo turned the sky red and spewed out a river of lava when it erupted on Saturday. Thousands of people fled Goma, a city of 2 million people just south of the volcano, overnight. There are some reports of 5 deaths during the evacuation process, though this has not been officially confirmed. It is unclear if anyone died in the eruption itself, but houses have been lost north of the city.
Deutsche Welle report. Belarus diverts Ryanair plane to arrest activist journalist. A Belarusian journalist and opposition activist, Roman Protasevich, was held at an airport in Minsk after his Lithuania-bound flight was forced to land on Sunday. Opposition figures swiftly criticized the move, which they said was a bid by the government of longtime leader Alexander Lukashenko to clamp down on critical voices. Lithuania has demanded that NATO and the European Union act to resolve the situation, calling it a threat to international civil aviation.
Deutsche Welle report. Berlin protesters urge end to soaring rents. Some 2,500 people marched through Berlin against high rent prices in the German capital, police said on Sunday. The organizers, however, claimed at least 10,000 people took part. The protest took place after Germany's constitutional court overturned Berlin's rent cap, leaving tenants across the city suddenly facing price hikes. The main rally, under the slogan, Stop the Rent Madness, moved from Potsdamer Platz to the neighborhood of Schönberg, starting 1 hour later than previously announced.
Fox report. South Carolina police close in on quadruple murder suspect who has evaded authorities for nearly a week. South Carolina police say they are pursuing Tyler Terry, a quadruple murder suspect who allegedly shot at deputies during a 100 miles per hour high-speed chase earlier in the week. The Chester County Sheriff's Office said earlier it was maintaining heavy patrol presence in the Richburg and Fort Lawn area. Both Highway 9 and Richburg Road have been shut down. The Sheriff's Office was asking nearby residents to lock their doors, secure their firearms, stay inside, and report suspicious activity around trash cans, barns, etc.
Al Jazeera report. Qatar reiterates support for Libya's UN-backed political process. Qatar has reiterated its support to Libya's internationally backed political process, which aims to end 10 years of chaos and foreign interference in the North African country. We support the UN-sponsored political process in the hope that it preserves the territorial integrity of Libya and prevents foreign interference in its affairs, Qatari Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani said on a visit to the Libyan capital on Sunday.
CNN report. A truce halted the bloodshed, but the frustration of young Palestinians is stronger than ever. A young Palestinian boy in thick eyeglasses stood dumbstruck as Israeli police dragged his grandmother, Rivka, out of his family home. His eyes shifted between the uniformed men and the 92-year-old woman who squirmed in their clutches. Shouts rang out and, within minutes, the family was driven out of half of their home in East Jerusalem. It was a hot August day in 2009. CNN witnessed those scenes, which the then 12-year-old Mohammed El-Kurd says he can barely remember today.
Al Jazeera report. From the Twitter trenches. The Israeli Army's propaganda war. On May 14, the official Twitter account of the Israeli military tweeted a pop quiz video, inviting viewers to imagine that they themselves were the Israeli armed forces deciding what to do in response to rocket fire from the Gaza Strip. The answer options were A. Nothing, allow terrorists to destroy Israeli cities, or B. Target the terrorists who fire the rockets. According to the military, there was only one right answer, option B.
Fox report. No court decision on Suez Canals claims over massive vessel that blocked waterway. An Egyptian appeals court on Sunday said it lacks jurisdiction to look into the Suez Canal Authority's demands to uphold financial claims that led to the seizure of the massive Ever Given ship after it blocked the waterway in March. The authority and the ship's owner are in dispute as to whose fault it was that the ship ran aground in the canal linking the Mediterranean and Red Seas, and how much compensation should be paid.
BBC report. Indian Olympic wrestler Sushil Kumar arrested in murder case. The victim, Sagar Donkar, was beaten during a fight involving rival wrestlers at the capital's wrestling academy on 4 May, and later died. Silver Olympic medalist Kumar, 37, then allegedly went on the run, traveling across India. Kumar's lawyers said he was innocent and accused police of bias, according to AFP news agency. Another wrestler involved in the fight at Chhatrasal Stadium, who has been receiving treatment for their injuries, identified the alleged attackers to officers, police said.
Deutsche Welle report. Air India reveals passenger data stolen in hack attack. Air India, India's national carrier, has revealed that the personal data of about 4.5 million people were leaked in an alleged cyber attack on the airline's passenger system operator, SITA. The airline said credit card, passport, booking details and other personal data had been illegally accessed in the highly sophisticated attack. The carrier did not specify how many of its passengers were impacted.
CNN report. Iraq estimates that $150 billion of its oil money has been stolen from the country since the U.S.-led invasion of 2003. An estimated $150 billion of stolen money has been smuggled out of Iraq in corrupt deals since the U.S.-led invasion of Iraq in 2003. Iraqi President Barham Saleh said Sunday. Of the close to $1,000 billion made from oil since 2003, an estimated $150 billion of stolen money has been smuggled out of Iraq, Saleh said in a televised speech. The statement came as the Iraqi president submitted a draft Corrupt Funds Recovery Act to the Iraqi parliament.
CNN report. Apple's rivals may never be able to catch up to its powerful new chip. Early in the testing phase of Apple's M1 chipset, a milestone new product for the company, the processor was installed in a batch of Mac computers and given to staffers working on applications that demanded heavy processing power. It was a pivotal moment, the first time Apple had made its own chip for any of its computers, shifting away from years of using a one-size-fits-all option from Intel. After multiple teams tested the devices for a few hours while working on tasks, they reported lightning-fast performance but nearly all flagged an apparent problem.
CNN report. Virgin Galactic launches third successful spaceflight. Virgin Galactic's rocket-powered plane, carrying 2 pilots, soared into the upper atmosphere on its third mission to reach space Saturday morning. The success cues up Virgin Galactic to begin launching paying customers within the next year as the company works to finish its testing campaign at its new headquarters in New Mexico. Spaceplane VSS Unity reached an altitude of 55.45 miles, according to the company.
BBC report. Italy cable car fall, 8 dead after accident near Lake Maggiore. Local emergency services said the accident happened on a service transporting passengers from the resort town of Stresa in the Piedmont region. Alpine rescue and air helicopter emergency services have responded to the accident. Italian media reported 2 children were taken from the scene to hospital. An image posted on social media by emergency services showed the wreckage of the cable car lying in a wooded area.
Fox report. NYPD investigates more anti-Semitic attacks after Jewish teens beaten, synagogue worshippers harassed. NYPD's Hate Crimes Division said Saturday it's investigating 2 more incidents targeting Jewish people in New York City that appear to be prompted by the recent Israel-Palestinian conflict. 2 Jewish teenagers were reportedly surrounded by an angry mob with baseball bats around 6 or 7 p.m. Saturday on Ocean Parkway and 18th Avenue in Brooklyn. The crowd demanded that the teens chant, "Free Palestine," before beating them, officials said.
Fox report. Chinese ultramarathon results in 21 deaths after unexpected, extreme cold weather. Cold weather struck an ultramarathon in northwestern China, killing 21 people and sparking anger online at the lack of planning, according to reports. The race began 9 a.m. local time Saturday in the northwestern province of Gansu. An ultramarathon is any long-distance race that extends beyond the standardized, since 1921, marathon length of 26 miles 385 yards. The race in China was set for 62 miles through tough terrain that included cliffs and canyons, Reuters reported.
Thank you for watching 5 p.m. recap. To be notified, you can subscribe our channel and activate the bell.